It's like I've had a fear of writing lately, so I haven't. Almost like not being able to process my thoughts. I've done this for so long. What if I forget how? I've also played the guitar for most of my life, but I haven't picked it up in the last 2 years or so. I can count how many times, perhaps on one hand. I don't want this pen and page to lose importance to me. I need to learn some new mind skills, and what does that even look like at this age? Writers and poets have always written about the world as they see and know it. There's only 3 or 4 places I go to these days, so everything else comes from all the information I take in off of this machine. So much has happened and changed over the last few years. There are a couple people I wish were still alive to discuss it all with, because when I had the chance, I never did. At least not to the extent that I should have or wish that I would have. So much has changed in such a short period of time. So much has reshaped my mind. This is the last little bit of freedom that is left. The future belongs to a stakeholder, capitalistic, technocratic, transhumanistic group of elites, fighting for and using each other for world power and dominion, eliminating and digitally creating the types of humans that will make a better world. A liberal eugenics, with a goal of creating a universal, morally good people, with their moral standard as evil as good and good as evil, void of a God. Humans are nothing more than data to create a better world for a more sustainable future. As the clouds pour down rain from their ever-changing shapes, as the sun falls and the temperature finally drops after a scorching hot summer's day, it's getting harder to live with the price of everything continuing to rise, with no end in sight. America, the last stronghold they need to collapse. Both sides of the political bird are being used to herd us all in the direction they need and want us to go, to achieve their communistic goal of total control. We all have an algorithm, and some are more censored than others. AI is our agents and handlers. To know and understand what direction they are pushing us in is of uttermost importance. It's always been the scientists, doctors, actors, and politicians influencing and running the show, doing as they are told as they have sold their souls. As the ones who hold all the money and gold now have the technology to digitalize and have full control. A Babylonian empire with all the occult beliefs tied and intertwined together forms a traceable trail right up to this very moment. Of families and world leaders, the bloodlines run deep, with all their Luciferian priests receiving their hidden knowledge from demons. An angel of light is always involved. Down with their anti-human depopulation agenda. They are in this together. Go ahead and take it. For what shall it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? For they will be like gods. For they will be like gods. Their pride will be their downfall. I've had kind of like a fear of writing lately, almost like not being able to process my thoughts. I've done this for so long, what if I forget how? I don't want this pen and page to lose importance to me, and history repeats itself. History repeats itself, and on and on and on and on and on. And the writers and poets have always written about the world as they see and know it. And the writers and poets have always written about the world as they see and know it. I like to go for a long run during the hottest part of the day. Eventually your body will casually adapt to the heat, though still a challenge every time, and it strengthens the mind, building endurance. I will myself on. If I stop even once, in my mind I did not complete the goal. So I do not stop, as my mind tries to talk me into it. I push on and overcome the thoughts of quitting.